This is Africa Now on your digital First Pan-African network, TOS TV. I am Adesiwa Osi. Protests erupted in Niger on February 23rd as tires were set ablaze and reported clashes with police after the country's monumental election result named ruling party candidate Mohamed Bazoum the winner. Bazoum, a 61-year-old former interior minister, won just over 55% of the vote in the February 21st election runoff. According to the Electoral Commission, he defeated Mohamed Ousmane, 71, a former president who was toppled by a coup in 1996, who took 44% of the vote. The provisional result must still be confirmed by the Constitutional Court.
Tire burning and clashes in Niger before and after the country's monumental election result, which named ruling party candidate Mohamed Bazoum the winner on Tuesday. Supporters of the opposition candidate took to the streets of the capital Niamey and gathered at the headquarters of the ruling party. But they were quickly dispersed by police who fired tear gas. Opposition candidate Mohamed Ousmane lost with 44% of the vote. The former president, who was toppled in a coup, alleged fraud before the result.
According to reports, supporters of Ousmane took to the streets of the capital, Niamey, and gathered at the headquarters of the ruling party, but were quickly dispersed by police who fired tear gas. The vote is supposed to usher in Niger's first transition from one democratically elected leader to another after President Mahamadou Issoufou announced he was stepping down after 2 5-year terms. Guinea revived its Ebola vaccine campaign in the town of Gouké on February 23rd after a fresh outbreak of the deadly disease struck the country this month, killing 5 people. The new recorded cases are the first in Guinea since the 2013-2016 epidemics that killed more than 11,300 people in West Africa. Some 11,000 vaccine doses are already in Guinea, and the World Health Organization intends to send 8,000 more.
Guinea has relaunched its Ebola vaccine campaign in the town of Gouké after a fresh outbreak of the deadly disease struck the country this month. The new cases are the first in Guinea since the 2013 epidemic that killed more than 11,000 people in West Africa. The health minister said he's tried to persuade local leaders in Gouké to overcome their vaccine resistance. Some 11,000 vaccine doses are already in Guinea, and the World Health Organization plans to send another 8,000.
During a ceremony outside a health center in Gouké, local government officials received shots of the vaccine before a crowd of several dozen people. According to Remy Yama, Guinea's health minister, in 6-week list, they will be done with the Ebola epidemic. Mr. Remy had persuaded local leaders to overcome their vaccine resistance, informed the religious leaders, a preacher and an imam has encouraged people to get immunized. Over 7,000 people who fled escalating ethnic violence in western Ethiopia have sought asylum in neighboring Sudan, the United Nations Refugee Agency has said, amid heightened tensions between the two neighboring countries. According to UNHCR on February 23rd, most of the 7,000 asylum seekers who fled Mekelle have been living among Sudanese host communities. It said it was working with local authorities in the Blue Nile province to respond to the humanitarian needs of the newly arrived, many of whom have arrived in hard-to-reach places along the borders. Mr. Baba Balok, spokesman for UNHCR, said the situation has escalated in the past 3 months and the refugees are fleeing from opponent attacks. Pekka Haavisto, Finnish foreign minister, on February 23rd said the crisis in the Ethiopian region of Tigray seems out of control when he returned from a mission for the European Union. The embattled region of Ethiopia's north is the scene of a conflict between its dissident authorities and the federal government. According to Haavisto, the situation is uncontrollable militarily, humanely, and on a humanitarian level. Tigray has been the scene of fighting since early November 4, 2020, after Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's decision to send the Ethiopian army to dislodge the Tigray People's Liberation Front. The party ruled the region and had been challenging the authority of the federal government for several months. At the end of November, the Ethiopian troops captured the regional capital, Mekelle, but the TPLF ensured that fighting continued. Clashes continued to be reported, affecting the delivery of urgent humanitarian aid. You are watching Africa Now. More stories from the African continent after the break. Jane Aseng, Uganda's health minister, has denied reports that top government officials have been vaccinated against COVID-19 before the country formally receives vaccines. In a tweet, the ministry said neither the president nor his close associate had been vaccinated as claimed. According to a minister, she said, and I quote, "I want to categorically state that neither President Museveni nor his inner circle have been vaccinated against COVID-19. Uganda has so far recorded 40,221 cases of coronavirus. The country is expected to receive donations of 100,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine from India and another 300,000 doses of Sinopharm vaccine. Ghana will on February 24th be the first country in the world to receive a shipment of COVID-19 vaccine from COVAX, an effort backed by the World Health Organization to distribute the vaccine for free to poor nations. According to reports, the 600,000 COVID vaccines are part of an initial tranche of deliveries of the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine, licensed to the Serum Institute of India, which represents part of the first wave of COVID vaccines headed to several low and middle-income countries. By the end of 2021, 1 billion doses of COVID-19 vaccines will be delivered globally by COVAX. So far, Ghana has recorded 80,759 corona cases and 382 deaths. Somalia confirmed 198 new positive COVID-19 cases on February 24th, bringing the total number of confirmed cases in the country to 6,444. According to reports, 3 more, bringing the total number of recoveries to 3,781. Unfortunately, 7 death cases were reported, leaving the total number of deaths to 215. Somalia is yet to begin to introduce its people, but is set to receive 1.2 million doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine this February, according to the World Health Organization. This is your Digital First Pan-African Network, TOS TV Network. You're still watching Africa Now. Still ahead, business and sports. Thank you for staying tuned. In business, Zambia, Africa's second largest copper producer, saw an increase in the production of red metal in 2020, despite the COVID-19 pandemic, according to its Mines Ministry, February 23rd. Richard Musikwa, Minister of Mines and Mineral Development, credited the increased production to increased output by large mining firms, despite the negative effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to Mr. Musukwa, the government introduced a number of interventions such as suspension of a 5% import duty on copper concentrations, which resulted in ramping up of operations. Benjamin Achepong says he has been duped out of $1 million by a football club once, and he is determined not to allow the incident repeat itself. The Ghanaian has been deprived of more than $1 million in a row with Egyptian giant Zamalek dating back to 2018, and despite the Court of Arbitration for Sport ordering the 5-time African champions to pay him a similar sum 2 months ago, he says he is yet to receive a cent. As one of Africa's biggest clubs allegedly exploited the contract of a player it no longer wanted, it has been accused by CAS itself of intimidating, merciless and immoral behavior. Achempong, a forward, joined the Cairo club on a 4-year deal in 2017, but terminated his contract after 11 months, saying Zamalek never paid him correctly. He also says that when he joined fellow Egyptian side Petrojet on a 5-month loan in 2018, he was duped into signing a document which stated he would not just forgo his Zamalek salary while at Petrojet, but for all of his contract. Having won Senegal's top prize 2 years ago, jockey Fallou Diop, still only 19, hopes to realize his dream of racing in France next year. Often used for agriculture and transport, horses, donkeys and mules are an integral part of daily life in Senegal, and racing has rapidly grown into a national pastime. Being a school dropout, Diop was 12 when he decided to leave a tailoring apprenticeship and pursue horse racing. According to his father, he walked 10 miles to enroll in the nearest training program. Diop has recently put his skills to the test at the racetrack in Thiès, Senegal's 3rd largest city. He went on to finish first in 3 of his 5 races that day, taking home nearly $1,000. And that is Africa Now on your digital first Pan-African network, TOS TV. For more updates, check out our website at www.tostvnetwork.com. Follow and like TOS TV Network across all social media platforms, TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I am Adesuwa Osui. Thank you for watching.